Steam's got its amazing deals lined up, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. I've scoured through the store to bring you 25 very cheap must-play games, so let's dive right in. Hearts of Iron 4 is a grand strategy game set in the World War II era. Released in 2016, the game allows players to lead any nation during the period, from global superpowers like the United States and Germany to smaller countries like Costa Rica or Luxembourg. With a focus on military strategy, political decisions, and economic management, the game offers players the ability to navigate through historical events or create alternate histories by pursuing unique political paths or alliances. The gameplay is deeply immersive, allowing micromanagement of armies, industrial output, and diplomacy, or letting AI handle certain tasks to suit different playstyles. Enshrouded is a survival action RPG developed by Keen Games, blending exploration, combat, crafting, and base building in a richly detailed fantasy world. Players assume the role of the Flameborn, the last hope of an ancient civilization, tasked with fighting the mysterious and destructive force known as the Shroud. This malevolent fog mutates life and serves as a central threat in the game. Set in a vast, open world, Enshrouded challenges players to explore, fight off mutated creatures and bosses, and master a customizable skill tree to develop unique combat styles. The game allows players to craft powerful weapons, armor, and spells to aid in their journey. Beyond survival, players can unleash their creativity by terraforming the environment, building detailed bases, and designing homes with a wide variety of materials and furnishings. These bases can also serve as hubs for allies who provide access to advanced crafting options and mythical items. The game supports up to 16-player co-op multiplayer, offering shared adventures and collaborative creativity. Grounded is a unique survival game developed by Obsidian Entertainment that shrinks players down to the size of ants and immerses them in the perilous, richly detailed ecosystem of a suburban backyard. The game stands out with its imaginative premise and intricate world building, combining survival mechanics, exploration, and a compelling mystery. In Grounded, you take on the role of one of 4 teenagers mysteriously miniaturized and stranded in a backyard. Your ultimate goal is to uncover the secrets of a mysterious shrinking experiment gone wrong, orchestrated by an eccentric scientist, Dr. Wendell Tully, and find a way to return to normal size. Monster Hunter World is a highly acclaimed action role-playing game developed and published by Capcom. As the 5th main entry in the Monster Hunter series, it introduced several key changes to the franchise, making it more accessible to a wider, global audience, particularly in the West. Set in a lush, expansive open world, players assume the role of a hunter tasked with slaying or capturing colossal creatures called monsters. The game stands out with its dynamic combat, which requires both skill and strategy, as players use various weapons and tools to take down each monster. ASTRONEER is a colorful and expansive space exploration and survival game, developed by System-Era Softworks. Set in a distant future, players assume the role of an astronaut, venturing across procedurally generated planets. The game's core mechanics focus on crafting, base building, and exploration. It allows both single-player and multiplayer experiences, enabling players to team up in cooperative gameplay to explore space, gather resources, and terraform planets. Known for its sandbox environment, ASTRONEER offers players the ability to reshape terrain, build complex bases, and create vehicles for transportation. Each planet features unique biomes, resources, and challenges, offering a deep level of exploration. Half-Life Alyx. It takes place between Half-Life and Half-Life 2, where players control Alyx Vance, who is fighting against the alien Combine forces. The plot revolves around Alyx's mission to rescue her father. The game delivers a deeply immersive experience with complex characters, a gripping narrative, and intense VR combat. Overcooked 2 is a fast-paced, multiplayer cooking simulation game developed by Ghost Town Games and published by Team 17. It builds on the chaotic, cooperative gameplay of its predecessor, inviting players to work together to prepare and serve dishes in increasingly complex kitchens. The game features up to 4 players who must chop ingredients, cook, plate meals, and manage kitchen hazards like shifting platforms and flaming pits, all while racing against time. The game is designed to test strategy, quick reflexes, and communication, making it perfect for both casual and competitive play. Warhammer Vermintide 2 is a critically acclaimed co-op action game set in the dark and brutal world of Warhammer fantasy. Players assume the roles of various heroes from factions such as humans, dwarves, and elves to battle against the forces of chaos and the Skaven, a race of ratmen. The game is known for its fast-paced melee combat, where players wield a variety of weapons to fend off hordes of enemies across multiple levels. A standout feature of the game is its emphasis on co-op gameplay, requiring teamwork to survive. Players must strategize, manage resources, and carefully position themselves to complete objectives. The game also offers a diverse range of character careers, each with different playstyles and a wealth of post-launch content, including DLCs that add new weapons, missions, and enemies, ensuring a dynamic and replayable experience. Left 4 Dead 2 is a cooperative first-person shooter set during a zombie apocalypse. Players team up to fight against waves of the infected across various campaigns. The goal is to survive by reaching designated safe rooms or evacuation points while battling various types of zombies, including special infected with unique abilities. It is praised for its dynamic AI director, which adjusts the intensity of encounters based on the player's performance, creating an unpredictable and thrilling experience every time. Arma 3 is a tactical military shooter set in the year 2035 on the fictional Mediterranean islands of Altus and Stratus. The game is renowned for its highly detailed combat mechanics, open-world environment, and large-scale military operations. Players can either command troops or fight as infantry in various military scenarios, ranging from anti-insurgency missions to full-scale warfare. The game excels in offering deep realism with features like advanced ballistics, realistic AI, and intricate squad tactics. While the gameplay is highly immersive, the complexity can make it challenging, particularly with the unpredictable AI, which can either demonstrate brilliance or occasionally lead to frustrating outcomes. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader is a deep and immersive CRPG developed by Owlcat Games, set in the grimdark Warhammer 40k universe. Unlike their previous works, Rogue Trader features a turn-based combat system. This change enhances tactical gameplay, emphasizing the importance of cover systems and strategic positioning. Players take on the role of a rogue trader, navigating the vastness of space and interacting with factions, all while making critical decisions that affect the storyline. The game's world building is exceptional, offering players a deep dive into the lore of the Warhammer 40k universe. Monster Hunter Rise is a dynamic action RPG developed by Capcom, set in a beautifully vibrant world where players hunt massive creatures. Set in the scenic Kamura village, players assume the role of a hunter tasked with defending the village from increasingly dangerous monsters. One of the standout features of Monster Hunter Rise is the wirebug system, a mechanic that allows players to grapple and navigate through the environment with greater agility. This system not only enhances mobility, but also adds a new layer of strategy to the combat, allowing players to scale cliffs, perform aerial attacks, and traverse difficult terrain. The game builds on the successful combat mechanics of the Monster Hunter series, offering new ways for players to approach battles. Borderlands 3 is a first-person shooter RPG developed by Gearbox Software and released in 2019. The game is set 7 years after the events of Borderlands 2 and introduces new characters while bringing back fan favorites. Players control one of 4 Vault Hunters who join the Crimson Raiders to stop the Children of the Vault, a dangerous cult led by the Calypso twins. The gameplay stays true to the series' signature style, offering a mix of fast-paced shooting, humor, and loot. Players can equip an almost endless variety of guns and gear, with weapons that are procedurally generated, allowing for countless combinations. New mechanics, such as wall mounting, crouch sliding, and various loot modes, enhance the cooperative multiplayer experience, making it easier for friends to team up and take on challenges together. Arma Reforger is a tactical military game from Bohemia Interactive, set on the island of Everon. It acts as a bridge between Arma 3 and the upcoming Arma 4, focusing on multiplayer combat. In the conflict game mode, two factions vie for control of the island using a variety of realistic weapons and vehicles, such as tanks, helicopters, and trucks. Arma Reforger introduces cross-platform multiplayer, allowing players on both Xbox and PC to join the same battlefield. The game runs on the new Infusion engine, improving both graphics and physics for a more immersive combat experience. Mouthwashing is a psychological space horror game set aboard the abandoned courier ship Topar, which has collided with an asteroid. The surviving crew members are trapped in a deteriorating environment and face dwindling resources. The plot centers on the crew's desperate struggle to survive, with their only sustenance being crates of mouthwash. As the crew faces increasing psychological strain, paranoia and violence rise, leading to betrayal and murder. The game combines psychological horror with a unique survival twist, as players uncover the mysteries behind the ship's crash and the crew's dire situation. Incantation is a first-person horror mystery game by Softstar Entertainment, adapted from the 2022 Taiwanese horror film of the same name. The game is set in the eerie and cursed Chen village, where players control a mother searching for her missing daughter. The village is overrun by mysterious cults and supernatural forces, and the protagonist uncovers dark truths while navigating a terrifying, oppressive environment. As players explore, every object and corner could hold vital clues to unraveling the mystery. But danger lurks at every turn, requiring stealth and strategic decisions. Disco Elysium is a revolutionary role-playing game set in the decaying city of Revachol. In this urban fantasy with political and existential themes, players control an amnesiac detective who must solve a brutal murder alongside his partner. The game is narrative-driven, focusing on dialogue and decision-making rather than combat. It features an innovative skill system where players shape their detective's abilities, influencing interactions with others and affecting the course of the investigation. The choices made throughout the game have a significant impact on the story, providing a unique experience with each playthrough. Hell Let Loose is a hardcore World War II-themed first-person shooter emphasizing realism, teamwork, and strategy. The game offers large 50v50 player battles across dynamically shifting battlefronts, where players control infantry, tanks, and artillery. Unlike many FPS games, death in Hell Let Loose is lethal, with players only respawning at designated outposts or garrisons, requiring careful planning and close communication within squads. The game blends intense action with strategic thinking, making teamwork and coordination essential for victory. Chernobylite Complete Edition is a survival horror game set in the haunting and radioactive Chernobyl exclusion zone. Developed by the Farm 51, it mixes science fiction with the aftermath of the 1986 Chernobyl disaster. Players assume the role of Igor Kamenyuk, a former employee of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, on a quest to uncover the truth behind his fiancée's disappearance during the explosion. The game combines free exploration, non-linear storytelling, and RPG elements, as players navigate a beautifully recreated Chernobyl filled with supernatural threats, military forces, and radiation. A Little to the Left is a relaxing puzzle game where players organize everyday objects according to visual patterns. The game challenges players to arrange items like keys, spoons, and books in specific ways, with multiple solutions for each puzzle. Featuring over 100 puzzles, the game is intuitive, rewarding players with satisfying outcomes as they experiment with different organization strategies. Songs of Silence is a turn-based strategy game set in a captivating fantasy world. Players lead one of several factions, using military power, subterfuge, or magic to achieve victory. Each map offers unique challenges, with gameplay sessions typically lasting a few hours. The game blends hero-based storytelling with tactical battles, allowing players to form emotional bonds with their heroes. As the game progresses, players unlock new content and gameplay elements through a roguelike progression system, ensuring long-term replayability and keeping the game fresh over time. Cozy Apocalypse Survival is a unique game that combines elements of survival, strategy, and cozy management within a post-apocalyptic setting. In the game, you play as an optimistic survivor, tasked with cultivating resources, crafting tools, and exploring futuristic ruins. The gameplay revolves around farming, fishing, and crafting, allowing you to grow plants like noodle grass and cheese trees, while fishing and cooking up meals. The game offers an array of upgrades, such as expanding your farming equipment, exploring newly unlocked locations, and customizing your base with futuristic technology like a solar generator or weather control modules. Against the Storm is a unique blend of city building and roguelite mechanics. The game challenges players to manage a series of settlements in a world plagued by harsh blight storms. You play as the Viceroy, tasked with rebuilding and expanding settlements for the smoldering city, the last bastion of civilization against a devastated world. Unlike traditional city-building games, where focus is placed on a single city, Against the Storm requires you to balance multiple settlements across various biomes. These settlements are populated by diverse fantasy races, such as humans, beavers, foxes, and lizards, each with unique strengths and needs. Undisputed is a boxing simulation game developed by Steel City Interactive. It offers a deep, authentic experience, blending strategy with high-level mechanics. Unlike other fighting games, Undisputed emphasizes not only punching, but positioning, with features like innovative footwork systems and punch delivery from various angles. Got a favorite from the list, or spotted an amazing deal we missed? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.